in chapter 7, it said that the waters covered the earth to a depth of 15 cubits. So think about it. If the waters reached their highest point on the 150th day, and then they started to recede, as it did, according to the Bible, on the 150th day, then the ark struck ground on Ararat on the 150th day. And that means that that chiasm that is on that paper is not the only chiasm. In other words, Noah actually lived out a chiasm in his own life. This is happening, and it turns around and goes backward. It's not just on paper and ink, in other words. The exact depth of the ark, in other words, its displacement, and the exact height of the water over the mountain that God intended Noah to land on had to be calculated perfectly. Now, this doesn't dismiss the fact that other mountains could have been pushed higher during the flood, because we do have mountains in the world that are higher than Ararat. But this particular mountain is the one where God wanted Noah to rest. God didn't just remember Noah. He pre-planned before the creation of the world the exact amount of water to be used in the canopy and how much water would come out of the great deep below. He had to plan the exact spot where Noah would build his ark. He had to know the exact number of waves that would lap along the side of this ark during this 150 days in order for it to arrive at a certain point. He had to know the exact amount of wind that was pushing this ark. He had to know the weight of the yak and the buffalo and the mouse and everything else that was on this ark to have it happen the way it did. Because the water's coming up for 150 days, the ark gets stuck, and on the same day, the water starts going down. He had to know everything exactly and perfectly. The execution of this plan had to be accomplished to the very, very finest detail. And there is no reason to believe that this wasn't the case. The entire account, as you see in that chiasm, as you read and as you think these things through, shows a minute perfection of detail that is absolutely beautiful to contemplate.